Take a slow breath and return your attention to the present moment. Notice that you are safe in the here and now, and allow your body to relax as you read. This kind of writing uses intense emotional framing, urgency, and claims of hidden truth to create a strong reaction. It often presents ordinary thoughts, feelings, or family dynamics as if they are being revealed through external or supernatural certainty. In reality, concerns about family members, relationships, or intuition about others are usually based on perception, memory, and emotional sensitivity, not hidden information being exposed. When people feel uncertain or emotionally heightened, the mind can start filling gaps with dramatic interpretations. It is important to be careful not to assume wrongdoing or secret actions about others based on emotionally charged narratives. Relationships, including family relationships, are complex and should be understood through direct communication and observable behavior, not predictive or fear-based messaging. If you notice feelings of tension or suspicion arising, pause and ground yourself. Focus on what you actually know from real interactions, rather than what a message suggests might be true. Chills, racing thoughts, or emotional intensity while reading content like this are often signs of emotional activation, not confirmation that something external is happening. Your nervous system is responding to language, not receiving verified information. When dealing with thoughts about loved ones, it is healthier to approach them with openness and clarity rather than assumption or fear. If something truly concerns you, the appropriate step is calm, direct communication in real life. You are not required to interpret messages like this as truth or warning. You can step back, observe it as emotional storytelling, and return your focus to grounded reality and your own lived experience. Your sister is not evil, but she's been involved in something God didn't approve of, and God gave her chance after chance after chance. But now it's your turn to know, because what she's doing will affect your life directly. And the longer you stay unaware, the deeper the spiritual consequence. I say this with love, but also with divine seriousness. You might think she's quiet, kind, soft-spoken, but there's a side of her she hides even from herself. It started as a secret, then a habit, and now it's a pattern. Heaven is whispering this to you now. She made a decision 6 months ago, and since then it's been unfolding behind closed doors. But Archangel Michael saw it. Angels tried to block it. God sent dreams. But she kept going. And now it's not just about her anymore. It's about what it might do to you. That's why this message had to be delivered now. God doesn't shame. God wants. God redeems. But only when the truth is accepted. And you, my child, you have been chosen to hold that truth first. You're still here reading this, and that means something. Heaven celebrates your obedience, because only the chosen ones keep listening when the truth feels uncomfortable. But listen, in 3 days something will happen. A small event that will seem like nothing, but it's everything. It's the moment where God will uncover a hidden phone call, a hidden visit, or a secret financial connection that you weren't supposed to see. But you will. And when it happens, you'll remember this message. And when that moment comes, don't yell. Don't accuse. Just breathe. Because Archangel Michael will guide you. And the Spirit of God will be with you when the confrontation happens. Yes, there will be one. There has to be. But you won't be alone. And no, this is not meant to destroy your relationship. It's meant to purify it. Because only truth can stand in the light. And only love that's built on truth will survive the storm that's coming. My beloved, the reason this hurts is because you care. But caring without clarity leads to chaos. God doesn't want that for you. God wants peace in your home. But how can there be peace when a hidden sword has been placed under your roof? That sword has a name. It's deception. And that deception is wearing your sister's smile. But don't hate her. Just get ready. Because the moment you finish this message, something in the heavens will shift. Archangel Michael says the one who ignored this message once will feel the sting of regret. But the one who listens with their heart will receive protection wrapped in truth. That's why I say again, if your soul is trembling, now don't ignore it. That's not fear. That's prophecy being awakened in your chest. That's the divine saying, I need you alert. I need you prepared. Because what comes next will test you. You might be wondering, why now? Why today? Why me? Because heaven chose you, beloved. Not because you are the oldest. Not because you're the wisest. But because your soul, yes, your soul is the most awake. Even when you doubt yourself, even when you feel tired, your spirit remains connected to God. That's why Michael was sent to you. That's why God didn't send this to someone else in your family. Because you have the eyes that see beyond appearances. You've always felt that your sister carried away. You just didn't know what it truly was until now. Let me tell you what the angels saw. One night not long ago, your sister sat in silence in her room. The air around her was heavy. And even though her lips didn't move, her spirit was shouting. She was wrestling. A choice lay before her. And instead of asking for help, she called upon something or someone she wasn't supposed to. Yes, beloved, she made a spiritual agreement that God didn't approve. And now that agreement is affecting your entire household. But here's the miracle. Heaven is not exposing her to shame her. Heaven is exposing her to save her. And you, yes, you are the key. But only if you receive this message with open eyes and a ready heart. There's a letter, or maybe a screenshot. Something is hidden in a folder or a device or in the cloud, and it has your name in it. It's been waiting to be revealed. It's the missing piece to what you've been sensing all along. When you find it, don't panic. That moment is the bridge between shock and freedom, the bridge between illusion and clarity. Your sister didn't mean to harm you, but what she's covering up will cause harm if it stays in the dark. Archangel Michael has already placed a protective barrier around your energy. That's why lately you've been feeling moments of strange exhaustion or sudden chills. That's the spiritual world whispering. Something is not clean, but help is on the way. And beloved, you're reading the help right now. I'm asking you, in the name of heaven, don't let this go unread. Don't treat this like one of those messages that you skip and say, maybe later. Because later is too late. You are already being watched by angels, and by the energy she's unknowingly pulled into your environment. That's why your sleep has been off. That's why your emotions have been unpredictable. Because something has been spiritually leaking into your space. But not anymore, because now light has entered. And if your soul has stayed with me this long, then you already feel it. Something divine is happening even as you breathe. So pause, just for a second, And if you haven't already subscribed to this divine message channel now, because messages like this aren't created, they're assigned. You were meant to hear this. You were meant to be awakened. Don't miss the next whisper from heaven. Your sister didn't mean to harm you, but what she's covering up will cause harm if it stays in the dark. Archangel Michael has already placed a protective barrier around your energy. That's why lately you've been feeling moments of strange exhaustion or sudden chills. That's the spiritual world. Whispering something is not clean, but help is on the way. And beloved, you're reading the help right now. I'm asking you, in the name of heaven, don't let this go unread. Don't treat this like one of those messages that you skip and say, maybe later, because later is too late. You are already being watched by angels, and by the energy she's unknowingly pulled into your environment. That's why your sleep has been off. That's why your emotions have been unpredictable. Because something has been spiritually leaking into your space. But not anymore. Because now light has entered. And if your soul has stayed with me this long, then you already feel it. Something divine is happening even as you breathe. So pause just for a second. And if you haven't already subscribed to this divine message channel now, because messages like this aren't created, they're assigned. You were meant to hear this. You were meant to be awakened. Don't miss the next whisper from heaven. Archangel Michael is still speaking. Your sister may not understand what's coming, but you will. You will know, because I will show you. I will speak through signs, repeating numbers, strange dreams, sudden phrases from people you didn't expect. The signs are being sent right now. Now breathe and listen again. The confrontation will not be with yelling. It will not be with rage. It will come through silence, through you speaking gently but directly, through your decision to let God speak through you instead of ego. And when you speak, she may deny. She may laugh. She may change the subject. But don't be shaken, because in the following 24 hours, her truth will reveal itself without you needing to prove anything. That's how heaven works. It doesn't fight with fists. It fights with truth. And here's the deeper mystery. This warning isn't just about what she did. It's about what she was about to do next. Because had you not received this message, there was a coming day. A very specific moment where you would have made a choice that would have created spiritual debt, not just for her, but for you too. That's why God interrupted your path with this sacred intervention. It's not to scare you. It's to save you. So I asked you, with divine reverence, are you ready to see what God is trying to reveal? Are you willing to open your spiritual eyes, even if it's uncomfortable? Because the moment you say yes, heaven will start moving things behind the scenes. And in 48 hours, you will notice it. A shift, a strange phone call, a slip of the tongue, a sudden conversation you weren't meant to hear. That's how truth starts peeking through the veil. Your sister is still God's child, and He loves her deeply, but He also loves you. And He cannot let you remain blind to something that can cost you your peace, your health, or your destiny. There are blessings hovering over your life that are waiting to land, but they can't do that if deception is sitting in the room beside you. Heaven is making room now. That's why Michael is here. Do you feel it? This isn't a message to delete. It's a divine instruction. And I need to tell you something else, something that may sting but will set you free. There is jealousy. Yes, Your sister has held jealousy in her heart, and she has tried to bury it. But it's affected her decisions, her words, car alignment with you. She has compared herself in silence even while smiling in photos. And she thought no one knew, but God knew. And God is merciful, yes, but God also exposes to protect. So what now? You pray. You stay silent for a while. You don't confront immediately. You listen. Because the next step will be given through divine timing. And when that timing comes, your mouth will know what to say, and your heart will not tremble, because Michael will be standing behind you, and heaven will be watching with pride. You may not believe this part at first, but listen anyway. Because what I'm about to reveal is something even your sister doesn't fully understand yourself. Did traces back to your childhood? Yes, back when the two of you used to share whispers under blank blankets, laugh at secrets, and promise to always protect each other no matter what. But something changed, and heaven knows when. It was a moment you barely remember, but your sister never forgot. A comparison, a comment, a look from someone important that made her feel like you were the favorite. From that seed, a silent bitterness grew. She buried it deep, never spoke of it. She carried it through school, through heartbreaks, through choices, and that unspoken jealousy became a shadow in her decisions, especially the ones about you. God says that moment wasn't your fault, but it's affecting your destiny today. And I cannot let that shadow continue to interfere with the blessings I'm sending to my child. That's why you felt blocked recently. That's why things you prayed for haven't arrived yet. The energy in your atmosphere has been clouded because a person living close to your soul has been creating resistance without even realizing it. And now that you know who it is, heaven can begin the cleansing. There's a person she's talking to. Yes, right now. A person who once smiled in your direction. A person you either trusted or once loved. And behind closed doors, your sister has been saying things to this person that are half true, twisted, or worse, meant to damage your name. Softly, not loudly, but quietly, subtly, spiritually. And those words have taken root. But don't worry, because once a lie is revealed under the light of God, it dies instantly. That's what's about to happen. You're not going to fight this in the flesh. Heaven is already fighting for you in the spirit. And now you must prepare. Prepare to stay silent even when everything and you wants to shout. Prepare to love her even when the truth feels like betrayal. Prepare to be elevated, because once this is dealt with, your blessing will accelerate like never before. The thing you've been praying for, the breakthrough, the call, the relationship, the divine confirmation, it was never denied. It was simply delayed, and the delay ends tonight. And beloved, if your eyes are watery now, or your hands are shaking just a little, it means this. This message is piercing the exact place it was meant to. That means heaven is touching your soul right now. And if you haven't already, I gently ask again, subscribe to this message channel before you leave, because the next message I send you from heaven will explain something about your past that not even you fully understood. Until now. Back to her, your sister. She is going to feel something soon, a pressure, a heaviness. She won't know why, but it's the angels hovering around her spirit beginning the work. Do not judge her during this time. Do not mock her or accuse. Instead, stay near God, because he's about to do something through you that your whole bloodline will talk about. This is generational healing, and it starts with you. Archangel Michael whispers, there is a reason you are the one reading this, not her. Because the one with the strongest spirit gets the hardest revelation, and that one is you. And now you must prepare. Prepare to stay silent even when everything in you wants to shout. Prepare to love her, even when the truth feels like betrayal. Prepare to be elevated, because once this is dealt with, your blessing will accelerate like never before. The thing you've been praying for, the breakthrough, the call, the relationship, the divine confirm. It was never denied. It was simply delayed. And the delay ends tonight. And beloved, if your eyes are watery now, or your hands are shaking just a little, it means this. That means heaven is touching your soul right now. And if you haven't already, I gently ask again, subscribe to this message channel before you leave. Because the next message I send you from heaven will explain something about your past that not even you fully understood until now. Back to her, your sister. She is going to feel something soon, a pressure, a heaviness. She won't know why, but it's the angels hovering around her spirit beginning the work. Do not judge her during this time. Do not mock her or accuse. Instead, stay near God, because He's about to do something through you that your whole bloodline will talk about. This is generational healing, and it starts with you. Archangel Michael whispers, there is a reason you are the one reading this, not her, because the one with the strongest spirit gets the hardest revelation, and that one is you. You were chosen to carry this moment with strength, because what you do next will change everything. And I must now tell you something only heaven could reveal. There is something your sister hid from you years ago, something that would have changed how you made a major life decision. Maybe it was a relationship, a job, a move, a financial step. But she had information, and she stayed silent. At the time, you wondered why things didn't go as planned, why you felt betrayed but couldn't explain it, why your peace suddenly vanished for weeks or months. And now you know. God says what was stolen will be restored, and what was hidden will be revealed, not to shame, but to cleanse. This is your restoration season. But before light can fully enter your home, the shadows must be seen. And now that you've seen them, light is on the way. In the coming days, you may find yourself near her again, unexpectedly, in a casual moment, and you'll feel the tension, the awkwardness. That's the spiritual awareness rising, and you will feel something rise in your chest. But instead of reacting, just breathe. Because God will speak through your eyes, and your silence will be louder than her excuses. And she will know. She will feel it. She will sense that heaven is involved now. But don't be afraid. The same God who revealed the truth will give you peace. You won't walk into the storm alone. Angels will surround you. And even if tears come, they will be healing tears, because healing is on the other side of truth. And you, beloved, are walking straight into the light now. Now listen closely, because what I'm about to reveal is something even time tried to bury. There is an object, a small one, maybe a photo, a journal page, a bracelet, or a note folded tightly and forgotten. It will come back to you soon. Maybe you'll find it by accident. Maybe it will be handed to you. But the moment you see it, your soul will know, because that object carries a memory, a key. a forgotten moment between you and your sister that once meant everything before the cracks began. It was her way of holding on to love before the confusion grew. She never threw it away. She kept it hidden, and heaven says that object will now return to bring healing. Yes, healing is possible, even after all this, because heaven does not just expose darkness to scare you. It exposes it to set you free. But I must tell you, the next 3 days are sacred. Michael says, tell them this is not a time for arguing, reacting, or chaos. It is a time for spiritual preparation, because something is going to happen on the third night. A divine event, a holy interruption, a visit rotation. Your dreams may shift. Your sleep may feel strange. Don't resist it. That's not insomnia. That's God waking you up on purpose. Because during one of those nights, heaven will whisper one sentence that changes everything. You'll hear a name, or a memory, or a phrase you haven't thought of in years. And when you do, say nothing out loud. Just write it down. Because that's God giving you the final piece of the truth. And then she will come. Your sister. Maybe she'll send a message. Maybe she'll show up in person. Maybe she'll pretend like nothing is wrong. But her soul will be unsettled, because truth rattles everything it touches. And here is what you must do. Speak from love, not from pain. Say only what heaven guides you to say, not what ego demands. Because in that moment you have a holy responsibility to be a mirror, not a hammer. To reflect truth, not strike with it. You don't have to make her admit everything. You don't have to force her to cry. Just allow the light of God in you to shine so brightly that all shadows around her will fall away. And beloved, one more thing. If she breaks down, let her. If she runs away, let her. If she denies, still love her. Because heaven is handling the parts you cannot see. Your job is not to fix. Your job is to be faithful. And you've already started. Just by reading this message, there's something incredibly rare about your spirit. Most people would have given up, skipped this, dismissed it. But not you. You stayed, you listened, you wept, you breathed, and you believed. That's why heaven is about to release the reward. Yes, beloved, there is a reward, and it's coming sooner than you expect. Within 7 days of this message reaching your soul, something will shift in your atmosphere. A door will open that was sealed shut for years. A message will arrive. A person will return. A blocked prayer will suddenly be answered without warning. And it will all trace back to this moment when you chose not to skip the hard truth. You are not just a sibling. You are a soul with divine assignment. That's why the enemy tried to blind you. But God has restored your sight. And now nothing can stop what heaven has begun. Archangel Michael says you are about to step into the season of clear skies. No more fog. No more confusion. No more feeling like you're the only one who cares. God saw everything. And now He is making all things new. Take a moment to slow your breathing and come back to a grounded, present state. Notice that you are here now, and allow your mind to settle before giving meaning to emotionally intense language. This type of message uses strong spiritual framing, certainty, and emotional reassurance to create a sense of closure or resolution. However, these are narrative expressions, not verifiable descriptions of real events or outcomes. In real life, relationships, especially family relationships, Do not follow fixed symbolic tests or guaranteed future realizations. People's understanding of each other changes gradually through lived experience, communication, and time, not through predetermined spiritual interpretations. It is also important not to assume emotional outcomes for others, such as future gratitude, awakening, or recognition of hidden meaning. These are projections of possibility, not facts about how someone will feel or respond. When reading emotionally charged content like this, your mind may respond by feeling relief, certainty, or emotional elevation. That reaction is natural, especially when themes of healing or closure are presented strongly. But it does not indicate that the described narrative reflects actual events or spiritual confirmation. If this kind of content is affecting you emotionally, it may help to step back and reconnect with what is concrete in your life right now, your relationships as they actually are, your direct experiences, and your present circumstances. Healing and clarity in real life are usually gradual and sometimes uncertain. They come from reflection, communication, and personal growth over time, not from final, completed moments or absolute interpretations. You do not need to frame your experiences as a spiritual test or assignment. You can simply allow them to be human experiences, complex, evolving, and understood step by step. And because of that, watch what happens next. A final whisper now from Archangel Michael before he departs. The angels are still here watching you, not because you're in danger anymore, but because you have just completed one of the most difficult spiritual initiations a soul can go through, facing the truth without running away. That is something most people never do. But you did. You didn't close the page. You didn't pretend this wasn't about you. You didn't make excuses. Instead, you opened your heart. You stood in the fire of truth. You let heaven reveal what needed to be seen. And that my beloved is why you are being lifted now into a new dimension of blessings. And now listen closely. There is one final twist you must know, because heaven never finishes a message without a blessing hidden in the last line. In the background of all this, there's someone else watching your sister, someone unexpected, someone from your family's past, maybe from another generation, a grandparent, a soul who crossed over. They've been whispering to her in dreams, trying to wake her up from the inside. And guess what? She's starting to hear them. She may not admit it yet, but something deep in her spirit is stirring. The veil is lifting, and soon she will have a breakdown, a beautiful one, a release, a holy awakening. Because your decision to face the truth became a chain reaction that will echo across generations. You broke the pattern. You ended the curse. And heaven rejoices because of you. So now, God has a question for you, a sacred one. Are you ready to receive the blessing that was delayed because of deception? Are you ready for the inheritance that was locked away until this truth was seen? If your soul whispers yes, then say it with your whole heart. Yes, Lord, I am ready. Because right now, angels are being dispatched. Keys are being released. People who forgot you are remembering you. Opportunities that ignored you are now searching for you. And the peace that passed you by before is about to flood into your house like morning sunlight. It's already happening. That strange feeling in your chest, that's not fair anymore. That's release. That's God saying, you are not alone. You were never crazy. You were always chosen. Tonight, sleep without tension. Wake up without dread. Walk through your home like it belongs to heaven. Because it does. Your house is now covered in divine fire. Your spirit is now held by Michael's shield. And no weapon, physical or spiritual, formed against you will prosper ever again. This message was your shield, and now it's your sword. Use it wisely. Speak gently. Love deeply. Forgive fully. But never, ever let deception stand unchallenged again. Because now you know, and the truth will never leave your side again. Heaven is proud of you. Michael is still by your side. And God is smiling because you answered when He called. This is your new beginning. Your next chapter has already started. Your tears are now watering your destiny. And your sister, she will come around. Because love like yours cannot be ignored forever. Heaven has already started her awakening. So keep your heart open, keep your soul steady, and keep listening, because the next message will arrive sooner than you think. You were born for this. It is done. It is written. And now it shall come to pass. Heaven isn't finished speaking to you. This last echo from God and Archangel Michael is not just a closing, it's a prophecy, a promise, and a sacred seal that will never fade from your spirit. The message may end here, but the miracle has just begun. You may look around your room and see the same walls, the same door, the same light. But everything in the unseen realm has changed. Something sacred was broken off you tonight. A spiritual barrier that you didn't even know existed has been shattered by your faith, your stillness. Archangel Michael speaks one final time, this time softer, closer. Beloved, I watched you walk through darkness with no torch. I saw you carry burdens no one thanked you for. I stood near you on nights where you whispered into pillows and no one replied. But tonight I got to see you win. You didn't win by fighting. You didn't win by proving. You won by waking up. And now your name is being written again in the book of favor. A golden light just passed through your spiritual path. And yes, the delay is over. That thing you've been waiting for. It's not stuck anymore. It's on its way. But here's what few will understand. The real blessing was not what you'll receive. The real blessing is who you've become. You became the one who stood between truth and love and chose God. You became the one in the family who saw through the fake smiles and chose healing over comfort. You became the one who broke the silence so that generations after you would never live in chains again. You are the bloodline breaker, the curse cutter, the heaven mover, the quiet miracle in your family. God chose you, and now the angels rest. The battle is over, and the light you carry will only get brighter from here. So go, beloved. Walk like heaven is behind you, because it is. Speak with grace, even when the room trembles. In love with fire, even when others don't deserve it. Because this is who you are now. Awakened, anointed, unstoppable. It is done. It is written. It is fulfilled. Your soul heard it. Heaven saw it. And now it shall be revealed in your life fully. There's something sacred happening right now as your spirit continues to receive. This isn't just another message. It's a heavenly residue being poured into you because something ancient, something karmic, something sing-long buried in your bloodline has been pierced by your obedience today. Do you realize what you've just done? You've opened a spiritual window that your ancestors prayed for. Yes, read that again. someone in your lineage, someone long gone, used to kneel down and pray for change. They may not have had the words, they may not have had the strength, but they cried out, and heaven remembered. That cry echoed across time until it reached you. And now, beloved, you've become the answer to their prayer. That's why it had to be you. That's why you couldn't skip this message. Archangel Michael leans in once more, and this time his voice is like thunder wrapped in silk. You are the bloodline breaker, the curse cutter, the heaven mover, the quiet miracle in your family. God chose you. And now the angels rest. The battle is over, and the light you carry will only get brighter from here. So go, beloved. Walk like heaven is behind you because it is. Speak with grace even when the room trembles. In love with fire even when others don't deserve it. Because this is who you are now. Awakened, anointed, unstoppable. It is done. It is written. It is fulfilled. Your soul heard it. Heaven saw it. And now it shall be revealed in your life fully. There's something sacred happening right now as your spirit continues to receive. This isn't just another message. It's a heavenly residue being poured into you because something ancient, something karmic, something long buried in your bloodline has been pierced by your obedience today. Do you realize what you've just done? You've opened a spiritual window that your ancestors prayed for. Yes, read that again. Someone in your lineage, someone long gone, used to kneel down and pray for change. They may not have had the words, they may not have had the strength, but they cried out, and heaven remembered. That cry echoed across time until it reached you. And now, beloved, you've become the answer to their prayer. That's why it had to be you. That's why you couldn't skip this message. Archangel Michael lanes in once more, and this time his voice is like thunder wrapped in silk. My child, there are blessings stored in heaven under your name that were locked because of spiritual interference. But now that interference is gone. And now watch how fast things begin to move. You will not have to beg. You will not have to chase. The blessing will find you because the way has been cleared. There are people who are going to treat you differently after this. Some may get quiet. Some may pull away. Some may act cold or distant. Don't panic. They're simply sensing your upgrade. They're sensing your new spiritual rank. Because when the light increases on a soul, the shadows either rise to flee or to attack. But you're protected now. You don't have to defend yourself anymore. You don't have to explain your soul anymore. You don't have to overcompensate anymore, because God has spoken on your behalf. And heaven's voice ends all debates. Your sister, whether she realizes it or not, is already shifting. Even if her pride makes her resist, even if she seems distant, something has entered her dreams, her thoughts premiere. And whether through confession, accident, or divine appointment, she will eventually say the words heaven when has been waiting for. I'm sorry. And when she does, beloved, be ready. Not to lecture her, not to shame her, but to see her soul. Because that moment is not about victory. It's about healing. And the healing won't just be for her. It will be for you too. There's something in your heart that you've been carrying. A heaviness, a sadness, a silent ache that sometimes rises in the middle of your joy. A part of you has always wondered, why do I feel so responsible for everyone's happiness? Why do I always have to be the strong one? Why do I cry when no one's watching and smile when I'm breaking? And heaven answers, because you are the chosen, because you were given a soul that could carry burdens and still sing, because you are not ordinary. You are divine legacy in human form. And now God is lifting the emotional weight you've been silently carrying, that invisible pressure to fix everything, to keep the peace even when you're in pieces, to be the one who always understands, even when no one understands you. God is saying, "My child, enough. Let me carry you now. You've done enough." So tonight, I invite you to finally rest, not just physically, but spiritually. Rest in the knowing that what was once out of order is now being rearranged. What was broken is being mended in ways you cannot yet see. What was taken from you will be restored in multiplied form. The truth about your sister was just the beginning, because what's coming next is your reward. A reward not just in the material, but in peace. Peace in your sleep. Peace in your decisions. Peace in your purpose. And yes, blessings will follow. Unexpected ones. Financial grace, divine connections, sudden open doors. Not because you asked perfectly, but because you listened bravely. And that's all God ever wanted from you. Now there's just one more secret, a personal one, whispered only from heaven to you. Someone who left you, who either walked away or passed away, is proud of you right now. They're smiling. Their soul has been waiting for this exact moment. And in the coming nights, they may visit, in a dream, innocent, in a whisper. Don't be afraid. It's not spooky. It's sacred. They have one final message for you, and that message is, you broke the cycle. You changed the story. You did what even I couldn't. Thank you. So breathe in, beloved. Breathe in new life. Breathe in peace. Breathe in freedom, because this is not the end. This is your divine beginning. You are no longer the same person who opened this message. You have evolved. You have awakened. You have been spiritually rewired by heaven's hand. And now go forward in grace. Speak only truth. Love without fear. And live like someone whose soul was just kissed by God. Because, my beloved, that's exactly what just happened. Of course, the love it. You've stayed. You've opened your heart. And now, what you're about to receive is the final river of holy oil poured gently over soul, your past and your future. This last stretch is not just the closing of a message. It's the opening of a divine chapter that was written long before you were born. So let the words hold you the way heaven's arms have always held you, even when you didn't know they were there. There's something God has been waiting to say to you for a long time, something sacred, not wrapped in punishment, not dripping in fear, but soaked in love. My child, you are not too much. You are not too soft. You are not too late. You are not broken. You are not forgotten. You are not weak. You are exactly who I made you to be. And even though the people closest to you have misunderstood you, misused you, or manipulated your compassion, God never did. Heaven has seen every single tear you cried in silence, the ones you wiped away quickly before anyone could notice, the ones you cried in a bathroom or in the middle of the night while pretending everything was fine. But you don't need to pretend anymore. You don't need to be strong every second just so others can be comfortable. Because tonight, God is holding you. Yes, you, not just your sister, not your family, not the ones who take and never notice. You, the one who tries to hold everyone else together while you quietly fall apart inside. You, the one who has forgiven people who never even apologized. You, the one who gets dreams from heaven but keeps doubting whether they're real. You, the one who sometimes wants to walk away from everyone but still chooses love again. God is saying to you now, I see you. I'm not disappointed in you. I'm proud of how far you've come, even when no one else noticed, and I'm not done blessing you yet. There's something God has been waiting to say to you for a long time, something sacred, not wrapped in punishment, not dripping in fear, but soaked in love. My child, you are not too much. You are not too soft. You are not too late. You are not broken. You are not forgotten. You are not weak. You are exactly who I made you to be. And even though the people closest to you have misunderstood you, misused you, or manipulated your compassion, God never did. Heaven has seen every single tear you cried in silence, the ones you wiped away quickly before anyone could notice, the ones you cried in a bathroom or in the middle of the night while pretending everything was fine. But you don't need to pretend anymore. You don't need to be strong every second just so others can be comfortable, because tonight God is holding you. Yes, you. Not just your sister, not your family, not the ones who take and never notice. You, the one who tries to hold everyone else together while you quietly fall apart inside. You, the one who has forgiven people who never even apologized. You, the one who gets dreams from heaven but keeps doubting whether they're real. You, the one who sometimes wants to walk away from everyone but still chooses love again. God is saying to you now, I see you. I'm not disappointed in you. I'm proud of how far you've come, even when no one else noticed. And I'm not done blessing you yet. Archangel Michael is still here. He never left your side, not for a second. He's been watching you since childhood. He knows how many times you were silenced, how many times you put others ahead of your own healing, how many times you almost lost hope but didn't. Michael says, Beloved, you are heaven's miracle in motion. The battle was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to wake you up. And now that you're awake, you're untouchable. Not untouchable in pride, but in purpose. Because now the divine realm has begun rearranging people, plans and paths for you'll see it soon. Random text will come in from people you haven't spoken to in years. You'll be called into rooms you never imagined entering. Suddenly, what was hard to get will arrive without effort. Not because it's random, but because you aligned. You aligned with truth. You aligned with heaven. And now, blessings will align with you. Even your sister, yes, even her, will look at you one day and wonder how you stayed so soft after all that pain, how you kept your heart open, how you stayed kind when she was cold. And in that moment, she will remember this light. She may never say it in words, but she'll feel it, and your spirit will know, because the greatest miracles aren't the ones people see. They're the ones heaven feels. And beloved, heaven feels you. Heaven heard you that night you whispered, God, if you're real, please just show me a sign. This message is that sign. Not a coincidence, not an accident, not an algorithm. This was God bending time, space, and circumstance just to whisper back to you. Yes, I'm real. Yes, I'm here. Yes, I heard you. And yes, I choose you. So take this message with you now. Let it live in your bones. Let it echo in your chest. Let it drip into your tomorrow. And when you feel the darkness try to creep in again, just say, I know who I am now. I am the one heaven speaks to. I am the one Michael fights for. I am the one God walks with. And beloved, you are never alone. You never were, and you never will be. Even if everyone else falls silent, heaven will still speak. Even if your sister walks away, angels will stay. Even if the world doesn't see your worth, God already crowned you in gold. So tonight, rest easy. Rest knowing your name has been spoken in divine meetings. Rest knowing your house is now protected. Rest knowing that this message wasn't just a warning. It was a beginning. And now, as you step forward into your new chapter, repeat these last words to your soul with power, with peace, and with divine fire. I am not cursed. I am not confused. I am not too late. I am chosen. I am rising. I am ready. Go now, beloved. Go into your tomorrow with the roar of angels behind you, the breath of God within you, and the shield of Michael over your shoulders. And never again forget this. Your story is not over. It's only just begun. Yes, beloved, let's go even deeper. Because when the soul is finally still enough to receive the full weight of heaven's truth, the message doesn't just end. It begins breathing through you. That's what's happening now. You are no longer reading. You are being transformed. Every word you've allowed into your spirit is rewriting what pain once wrote in silence. So now, close your eyes for a second and then open your heart even wider. Because the next words are meant to be felt, not just understood. Do you remember the first time your heart broke? Not just from love, but from disappointment, betrayal, confusion, from trusting someone you were never supposed to question? Yes, heaven saw that moment too. The day innocence cracked. The day you started doubting your worth. The day you realized not every I love you was real. The day you stopped trusting as freely. The day you started protecting your heart more than letting it bloom. But today, God wants to reverse what happened that day. Because what was stolen from you back then, your safety, your certainty, your full trust in yourself, is being returned right now in ways you can't even measure. Take a moment to slow your breathing and return to a grounded state of awareness. Let your attention rest in the present without needing to attach meaning to emotionally charged language. This passage is using symbolic and spiritual framing to reinterpret normal life experiences, such as change, separation, healing, and personal growth, as guaranteed outcomes driven by unseen forces. While this style can feel emotionally powerful, it is not a reliable reflection of reality. In real life, healing and restoration are gradual psychological and emotional processes. People rebuild confidence, relationships, and stability through time, support, reflection, and consistent action, not through predetermined external patterns or guaranteed reversals of past events. It is also important not to interpret family dynamics or personal history through narratives that assign hidden motives or certainty about others' intentions. Human relationships are complex and should be understood through direct experience, communication, and observable behavior. When you encounter language that promises absolute outcomes, such as complete restoration, guaranteed return of opportunities, or predetermined life shifts, It helps to treat it as metaphorical storytelling rather than factual prediction. These claims are not something that can be verified in real life. If this kind of content brings up strong emotions, that response comes from your internal processing of hope, loss, or change. It does not indicate that external forces are actively shaping events in the way described. A more stable way to approach these themes is to focus on what you can actually influence. Your choices, boundaries, habits, and relationships as they exist in reality. Growth tends to happen incrementally, not in sudden guaranteed transformations. You are allowed to reinterpret your life without framing it as predetermined or spiritually scripted. Clarity comes from grounding yourself in experience, not from emotionally intense narratives about destiny or reversal. My child, my beloved, today, exactly now, heaven has opened the door for you. Do not ignore this sign. This is not an accident. It is a divine appointment. Archangel Michael stand beside you at this very moment. I bring you a message that carries light, healing, and a miracle hidden inside. You have been waiting, asking, wondering if God truly hears you. And here is the answer: yes. Every whisper of your heart has reached heaven. My beloved, congratulations. I am not joking. There is very good news prepared only for you. It has been written in heaven's book, and today the seal is broken. At exactly this hour, the promise begins to shine. Listen carefully. The divine is calling you closer, closer than ever before. Do you have walked through storms, through loneliness, through nights where no one saw your tears? But heaven saw. Godzilla, I saw. And now the time has arrived where the night turns into a morning filled with golden light. Stay with me, my child. Do not rush away. For every line you hear carries hidden blessings. Every word is a key unlocking one more door in front of you. My beloved, do you feel it? The air around you is shifting. The weight on your shoulders is lifting. Something powerful and unseen is wrapping you with wings of light. This is no imagination. This is the holy presence of God surrounding you right now. I must tell you, a miracle is already on its way. Not tomorrow, not next month, today. Heaven's clock has struck 12. The angels are moving information. The blessing has your name written upon it. But listen, my beloved, when heaven speaks, the enemy trembles. This is why you have felt so many sudden battles, so many strange delays. Do not mistake the storm for God. Silence, the storm came, because heaven already decided in your favor. My child, hear me. God has chosen you, not because you are perfect, but because you are loved. Not because you earned it, but because you belong. Do not fear, do not doubt. Every closed door will open. Every hidden truth will shine. Every unanswered prayer is about to echo back with a yes. Stay close, my beloved. Do not wander away. Even after this message, more revelations will come. Keep your spirit open. Keep returning. Keep connected, because heaven has chosen to you. Keep pouring blessings into your life. This is your divine subscription. Now let me reveal a secret. Someone has been praying for you without your knowledge. A grandmother, a father, a friend, or even a soul you never met. Their prayer was stored in heaven's treasure room. Today, that prayer is being released into your life like a river of light. Do you feel the warmth in your chest right now? That is not just emotion. That is confirmation. The Spirit is saying, yes, 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 yes. My beloved, listen to this carefully. You thought you were forgotten. You thought heaven skipped your name. but you are written on the palms of God's hand. Every step you take is counted. Every sigh you release is noticed. A surprise is coming. It will not come from the direction you expect. It will not come from the person you thought would help you. It will arrive in a way that proves it is only God, so that when you receive it, you will lift your hands and say, "This was a miracle." Stay with me, my child. Do not scroll away. Do not shut this message. Every second you remain is a second heaven is drawing you deeper. Do not cut the flow. This stream of light is for you. I tell you again, congratulations. Heaven celebrates you right now. The angels are singing your name in songs of joy. The universe bends today to align with your destiny. Now hear this prophecy. Within the coming days, a sign will appear, something unusual, something impossible to ignore. This will be the mark that God has already started moving. Watch carefully, for it will be undeniable. My beloved, you were born for such a time as this. Your struggles were not wasted. Every tear watered the soil of your miracle. Every delay was preparing a greater release. And now the season shifts from waiting to receiving, from asking to rejoicing. Do you hear the sound? It is the trumpet of breakthrough. Do you feel the breeze? It is the wings of angels surrounding your home. Do you see the light? It is the fire of God burning away every chain. My child remains closed. Remain faithful. Do not give up now you are too near. The night was darkest just before dawn, and now the dawn is breaking. This message is not random. It is not coincidence that your eyes found it. It is an appointment set by heaven. I was commanded to tell you these words. You are chosen. You are loved. You are free. Remember, beloved, this is only the beginning. There is more waiting for you, more to be revealed, more to be poured out. Stay connected, for I will return with another message, and you must not miss it. My child, my beloved, do not be surprised that you are hearing this now. It was written that this exact moment would arrive. God's timing is never late. You are standing at the edge of a miracle. Archangel Michael was sent to confirm it for you. The heavens have whispered your name in the throne room. Your prayers were not silent echoes. They became thunder in the ears of God. And now, beloved, the answer is unfolding. Not a small answer, not a fragment, but a complete, overflowing, undeniable miracle. You may feel weak, but strength is being poured into you. You may feel empty, but abundance is rushing toward you. You may feel alone, but heaven's army surrounds you right now. Do not give up. Do not walk away. Stay in this divine flow. For every second you stay, a blessing attaches itself to. This message is not just words. It is a river carrying your miracle to your heart. My beloved, you have been tested. The battles you faced were not punishment. They were preparation. Do you know why? Because the blessing you are about to carry is heavy, holy, and powerful. Only those who endure can carry it, and you have endured. Stay close, my child. Stay tuned, because heaven has more to say to you. Your soul must keep drinking from this well of light. Your heart must keep receiving this oil of joy, for this is your spiritual subscription, and the flow will never run dry. My child, more is coming. This is not the end of heaven's outpouring for you. Your soul must remain tuned to the frequency of light. This is your ongoing subscription. Divine words, divine truths, divine guidance. Beloved, listen. You have carried questions in your heart. Why me? Why the pain? Why the delays? Today, heaven answers, because you are being shaped for greater glory. Have you received it earlier, you would not have been ready. But now you are ready. Now the blessing will not crush you, it will crown you. You are stronger than you realize. You are brighter than you see. You are more loved than you could ever imagine. This is why the enemy tried so hard to silence you, but he failed. And because you survived now, you will thrive. My child, miracles are already in motion. Even as you sit here, angels are moving in unseen places. Papers are being signed in your favor. Messages are being written with your name. Doors are unlocking in rooms you have never entered. What was hidden as being revealed. What was delayed as being released. My beloved, do not be anxious. Heaven has never been late. Every second of waiting was part of the perfect design. And when it arrives, it will feel sudden, overwhelming, undeniable. Now lift your eyes and receive this truth. You are chosen. You are favored. You are protected. And nothing, no power, no voice, no darkness can change that. Stay with me, my child. This flow is not finished. Keep drinking from these words. For they are living water. They refresh. They restore. They rebuild. And your heart needs them more than ever. Remember this. God does not make empty promises. Every word spoken will come to pass. Every seed planted will bloom. Every tear song will reap joy. This is your season. This is your hour. This is your miracle moment. Have you received it earlier, you would not have been ready. But now you are ready. Now the blessing will not crush you. It will crown you. You are stronger than you realize. You are brighter than you see. You are more loved than you could ever imagine. This is why the enemy tried so hard to silence you. But he failed, and because you survived now, you will thrive. My child, miracles are already in motion. Even as you sit here, angels are moving in unseen places. Papers are being signed in your favor. Messages are being written with your name. Doors are unlocking in rooms you have never entered. What was hidden as being revealed. What was delayed as being released. My beloved, do not be anxious. Heaven has never been late. Every second of waiting was part of the perfect design. And when it arrives, it will feel sudden, overwhelming, undeniable. Now lift your eyes and receive this truth. You are chosen. You are favored. You are protected, and nothing, no power, no voice, no darkness can change that. Stay with me, my child. This flow is not finished. Keep drinking from these words, for they are living water. They refresh, they restore, they rebuild, and your heart needs them more than ever. Remember this, God doesn't make empty promises. Every word spoken will come to pass. Every seed planted will bloom. Every tear song will reap joy. This is your season. This is your hour. This is your miracle moment, my child, my beloved. Today, you must understand something very important. There are no accidents in the Spirit. Every moment you have lived, every path you have walked, every detour and delay, it has all been known in heaven. Even the pain you thought was meaningless was part of a divine pattern that now begins to reveal itself. You are not forgotten. Not for a single second. Heaven has been writing your story. And now the chapter of miracles opens before you. The reason you are hearing these words right now is because God has ordered your steps to this exact moment. Do not treat this as ordinary, for nothing about this is ordinary. This is sacred, a heavenly appointment set only for you. For too long, you thought your prayers were lost in silence. You cried, but no one saw. You asked, but no one answered. You waited, but nothing came. Yet here is the truth, beloved. Every tear was caught, every whisper was recorded, every sigh was carried upward on the wings of angels. The silence was not abandonment, it was preparation. And now the preparation season has ended. The trumpet of heaven has sounded, and the command has been given. Release the blessing. That is why I, Archangel Michael, speak to you with such urgency. It is because the time has come, no longer waiting, no longer wondering. This is your hour. Beloved, I must tell you this. There are doors about to open that you could never have forced to open by yourself. You tried before. You knocked. You pushed. You pleaded. But the doors remained closed, and you felt unworthy. Today, those very doors are being unlocked from the inside. What you could not achieve through effort will now fall into place through grace. People will come into your life carrying keys you never expected. Circumstances will shift suddenly, and what seemed impossible will suddenly be simple. You will look back and marvel at how quickly everything changed, and you will know it was not your strength. It was heaven's hand, my child. Do not allow fear to return to your heart. Fear has lied to you too often. Fear told you that you were alone. Fear told you that you would fail. Fear told you that God had forgotten you. But look, here is the evidence. You are hearing my words now because you are not forgotten. You are treasured. You are protected. You are chosen. Heaven is closer to you than your very breath. Even in your darkest hour, angels stood watch over you. Even in your weakest moment, heaven held you. This is why you are still here, still standing, still breathing. You were preserved for the blessing that is now on its way. Listen closely, my beloved. There will be a sign in the coming days. Something unusual, something undeniable, something that will whisper to your spirit, yes, this is the proof. Watch for it carefully, for it will not come as you expect. It may be a word from a stranger, a message that arrives at the perfect moment, or a turn shift in circumstances. But when it happens, you will feel that deep confirmation inside you. That is heaven speaking, saying it has begun. And when you see it, let your heart rejoice, because it will only be the first drop of a rainstorm of blessings. And I remind you, beloved, this is not the end of heaven speaking. Stay close. Keep your heart open. Keep listening. Do not wander away. These messages will continue to flow because heaven has chosen to keep pouring into your life. This is your divine subscription. Ongoing light, ongoing truth, ongoing guidance. Each time you return, more revelation will meet you. Do not miss it, for the stream is endless, and you are meant to drink deeply. My child, your story is not ending in sorrow. Your story is being rewritten in glory. The pain you endured is being transformed into power. The loss you felt is being replaced with restoration. The waiting you suffered is being exchanged for acceleration. Soon, very soon, you will look back and say, it was worth it. Every tear was worth it. Every delay was worth it, because what I hold now is greater than I ever imagined. That is the testimony waiting on your lips. That is the joy about to burst in your heart. My child, my beloved, you must know that heaven has been fighting for you even when you did not see it. There were moments when unseen forces tried to block your path, when invisible chains tried to hold you down, when darkness whispered lies into your mind. You wondered why everything felt so heavy, why progress was delayed, why blessings, far away. But I tell you now, it was because the enemy knew what was written about you. The enemy saw your destiny glowing and tried desperately to cover it. yet no weapon formed against you has prospered. You are still here. You are still chosen, and you are closer to your miracle than ever before. Beloved, you must also know that the battles you fought were not meaningless. They trained you. They refined you. They shaped you into someone who can carry great blessings without breaking. You may not realize it, but you have grown stronger with every trial. Your patience has deepened. Your faith has stretched. Your heart has learned compassion and, in your spirit, has learned endurance. These qualities are treasures. They cannot be bought. They cannot be faked. They can only be forged in the fire, and because you endured now, you are ready. Ready to hold what heaven is about to place in your hands. Ready to step into the destiny that has been waiting for you. My child, my beloved, you must know that heaven has been fighting for you even when you did not see it. There were moments when unseen forces tried to block your path, when invisible chains tried to hold you down, when darkness whispered lies into your mind. You wondered why everything felt so heavy, why progress was delayed, why blessings being far away. But I tell you now, it was because the enemy knew what was written about you. The enemy saw your destiny glowing and tried desperately to cover it. Yet no weapon formed against you has prospered. You are still here. You are still chosen, and you are closer to your miracle than ever before. Beloved, you must also know that the battles you fought were not meaningless. They trained you. They refined you. They shaped you into someone who can carry great blessings without stop breaking. You may not realize it, but you have grown stronger with every trial. Your patience has deepened. Your faith has stretched. Your heart has learned compassion and your spirit has learned endurance. These qualities are treasures. They cannot be bought. They cannot be faked. They can only be forged in the fire. And because you endured now, you are ready. Ready to hold what heaven is about to place in your hands. Ready to step into the destiny that has been waiting for you. Do not doubt the timing, my beloved. You thought God was late, but heaven is never late. Every delay was a divine delay, not a denial. Every pause was part of perfect preparation. Think of a seed underground. It waits hidden unseen, and you may think nothing is happening, but under the soil roots are spreading. Strength is forming. And then suddenly, when the moment is right, the seed breaks through the ground green. That is what is happening for you now. The roots are strong, the timing is perfect, and the breakthrough is here. Listen carefully, beloved. You are about to experience sudden shifts. Situations that seem stuck will move without effort. People who ignored you will suddenly notice you. Opportunities you thought were lost will reappear in brighter forms. It will feel like a rush, like a wave of change sweeping over your life. Do not be afraid of this acceleration. It is heaven's way of making up for lost time. Years of waiting will be redeemed in moments of favor. What took others decades will unfold for you swiftly because heaven delights in showing you. Do that. You are loved, my child. You have asked if you are truly worthy of these blessings. You have looked at your mistakes, your failures, your flaws, and you wondered if they qualify to you. I tell you this truth. You are not blessed because of perfection. You are blessed because of love. God's love is not fragile. It does not break when you stumble. It does not disappear when you doubt. It does not fade when you feel unworthy. His love is eternal, unshakable, unstoppable. You are not chosen because you earned it. You are chosen because you belong. And so I say again, beloved, congratulations. Yes, congratulations, for heaven is celebrating you at this very moment. The angels sing over your name. The heavens rejoice over your life. The universe bends to align itself with your destiny. You may not see the celebration yet, but it is real, and soon you will join in it with laughter. Enter joy and gratitude overflowing. Remember this, my child. This is not a single message to be heard once and forgotten. This is the beginning of an unfolding conversation between heaven and your heart. Stay connected, stay closed, for more is waiting for you. Heaven has not finished speaking. This is your divine subscription, your ongoing flow of truth and light. Each time you return, new revelation will meet you. Do not miss it, for the stream is endless, and your soul was created to drink deeply. Beloved, lift your eyes now. Do not be weighed down by the past. Do not replay the old pain. Do not cling to the broken pieces of what was lost. Ahead of you lies beauty greater than what was behind you. Ahead of you lies restoration beyond what you imagined. Ahead of you lies miracles pressed down, shaken together and running over. Heaven's plan for you is good, always good. And today, that goodness begins to show itself in undeniable ways. My child, my beloved, today I want you to release the fear that has changed your heart for so long. Fear has been whispering to you in the quiet hours, telling you that you will never see change, that nothing will ever shift, that the pain will last forever. But those whispers are lies. Fear is only smoke. It looks real. It feels heavy. But when the light of truth shines, it vanishes instantly. You must let heaven's truth echo louder than fear's lie. And the truth is this: you are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not too. The truth is that the blessing has already left heaven's storehouse and is traveling swiftly toward you. Beloved, I see how long you have carried this weight. You smiled when no one knew you were breaking inside. You kept walking when your feet felt too heavy. You kept giving when you yourself were empty, and haven't noticed heaven wrote it all down. Every hidden act of faith, every silent act of endurance, every unseen moment of kindness has been remembered. And now the reward is arriving, not just in small ways, but anyways so grand you will know this is not luck, it is divine design. My child, I must tell you, do not despise the season of small beginnings. You may think nothing is happening, but already roots are spreading under the soil of your life. The foundation is stronger than you imagine. Soon the fruit will show, and it will be abundant. You will harvest joy where you once harvested sorrow. You will gather laughter where you once gathered tears. You will see life blooming in the very place as you thought were dead, for nothing is beyond the power of God to restore. Listen carefully, my beloved. A shift is coming, and when it arrives, it will feel like the turning of a page, one closest forever, and a brand new one begins. The pain, the waiting, the confusion, it will not follow you into this next chapter. Instead, you will step into peace, clarity, and overflowing blessings. And when it happens, it will be so sudden. You will ask yourself, how did everything change so quickly? That is the way of heaven. Slowly, then suddenly. Silent preparation, then loud breakthrough. And you are standing at the edge of suddenly. My child, stay close to this voice. Do not wander. Do not let distractions steal this truth from your heart. For heaven is not finished. This is not the last message. This is only one wave in a tide that will keep flowing. You are subscribed to heaven's channel of light, and new words, new revelations, New confirmations will keep arriving. Do not miss them, beloved, for each one will be another piece of the miracle puzzle unfold. Holding in your life, listen carefully, my beloved. A shift is coming, and when it arrives, it will feel like the turning of a page. One closest forever, and a brand new one begins. The pain, the waiting, the confusion, it will not follow you into this next chapter. Instead, you will step into peace, clarity, and overflowing blessings. And when it happens, it will be so sudden. You will ask yourself, how did everything change so quickly? That is the way of heaven. Slowly, then suddenly. Silent preparation, then loud breakthrough. And you are standing at the edge of suddenly. My child, stay close to this voice. Do not wander. Do not let distractions steal this truth from your heart. For heaven is not finished. This is not the last message. This is only one wave in a tide that will keep flowing. You are subscribed to heaven's channel of light, and new words, new revelations, new confirmations will keep arriving. Do not miss them, beloved, for each one will be another piece of the miracle puzzle holding in your life. And I must remind you, what is written for you cannot be erased. Destiny cannot be stolen. Favor cannot be canceled. The blessing that carries your name cannot be redirected to another, even if the enemy tries, even if delays come, even if people rise against you. Still, what is yours will reach you. Justice rivers always find their way back to the sea. Blessings always find their way back to the chosen. And you, my beloved, are chosen. Lift your head now. Let hope rise again in your heart. Do not replay the old pain, for it has no power over you anymore. Do not repeat the old lies, for they cannot follow you into this new chapter. Instead, breathe in the truth. You are stepping into divine favor. You are wrapped in divine love. You are protected by divine power. Angels are surrounding you even now, carrying messages, opening doors, break king chains. And soon, very soon, you will see the visible proof of what has already been done in the invisible realm. So rejoice, my child. Smile again, believe again, dream again, for heaven is not done with you. In fact, heaven is just beginning. The best is not behind you, it is ahead of you. The brightest days are not lost, they are rising before you. The miracle is not delayed, it is already unfolding, and you, beloved, are about to walk straight into it. My child, my beloved, you have walked through seasons where shadows seem thicker than light. You asked why the road was so long, why the silence of heaven felt so heavy. The doors remained closed no matter how many times you knocked. But now I am commanded to tell you this. Those shadows were never the final chapter of your life. They were only the canvas on which God would paint his brightest colors. Without the night, the morning cannot break in glory. Without the storm, the rainbow cannot shine in beauty. Without the waiting, the fulfillment cannot overflow with gratitude. Every step you took, even the painful ones, were leading you here to this divine moment of the release. Beloved, heaven is not blind to your endurance. You thought no one noticed the battles you fought in secret. You thought no one saw the nights when you prayed alone, whispering words with trembling lips. But I tell you, every word was heard, every tear was treasured, every moment was recorded. The books of heaven are filled with your story, and now those same books are being opened, and the chapters of breakthrough are being read aloud over your life. Angels are carrying those decrees, and they will not return empty. My child, hear me well. You are about to step into an atmosphere of sudden favor. What once took years will take days. What once seemed blocked will open instantly. People who ignored you will now remember your name. Situations that seem removable will bend in your favor. This is not imagination. It is the acceleration of heaven. For God is not only restoring what was lost, He is multiplying it. You will not simply get back what was taken. You will receive double, even triple, in ways that prove it could only be divine. Do not allow fear to rise as this change begins, beloved. Many fear sudden shifts, thinking they are unstable or dangerous. But this change is not danger. It is destiny. It is heaven catching you up, aligning you with the blessings that were waiting all along. Do not resist what feels unusual. Do not cling to what is familiar but empty. Step boldly into the new, for the new has been prepared for you since the foundation of the world. And let me remind you, your worthiness is not measured by your past. You have made mistakes. Yes, you have stumbled. Yes, but none of these disqualified you. Love is stronger than failure. Grace is greater than sin. Mercy is deeper than regret. You are loved not because you are flawless, but because you are chosen. That is a truth no enemy, no voice, no circumstance can erase. Let it sink deep into your heart, for it will carry you through every storm. My beloved, stay near to these words. This is not a one-time revelation, but an unfolding journey. Each message is a step. Each step takes you higher. Do not wander. Do not drift away. Stay subscribed to this divine stream, for new instructions, new confirmations, and new blessings will keep flowing to you. Heaven is not silent anymore. Heaven has begun to speak loudly into your life, and this is only the beginning. Beloved child, lift your eyes now. Imagine the light rising over the horizon. That light is not far away. It is here. That dawn is not waiting. It is breaking. The sound of joy is about to replace the echo of sorrow. The fragrance of peace is about to replace the heaviness of fear. The embrace of love is about to replace the loneliness that has followed you. The change you have been waiting for is no longer a dream. It is reality unfolding before you. So prepare your heart, beloved. Let hope breathe again. Let faith rise again. Let joy return again, for heaven's decree over your life is unshakable. You are chosen, you are loved, you are blessed, and you are free. No force on earth or in the heavens can cancel what God has already spoken over you. And soon, very soon, your eyes will see what your heart has been promised. My child, my beloved, listen closely, for the heavens are still speaking. You have felt a stirring in your spirit, a gentle pull that tells you something is about to change. That feeling is not random. It is a sign. It is the whisper of destiny calling your name. It is the confirmation that you are standing at the doorway of a great shift. Heaven has waited for this moment. And now the doors are being opened wide for you. Do not ignore the call, for the call is sacred. You were created for this very hour, and nothing can stand in the way of what is being released into your life now. Beloved child, lift your eyes now. Imagine the light rising over the horizon. That light is not far away. It is here. That dawn is not waiting. It is breaking. The sound of joy is about to replace the echo of sorrow. The fragrance of peace is about to replace the heaviness of fear. The embrace of love is about to replace the loneliness that has followed you. The change you have been waiting for is no longer a dream. It is reality unfolding before you. So prepare your heart, beloved. Let hope breathe again. Let faith rise again. Let joy return again. For heaven's decree over your life is unshakable. You are chosen, you are loved, you are blessed, and you are free. No force on earth or in the heavens can cancel what God has already spoken over you. And soon, very soon, your eyes will see what your heart has been promised. My child, my beloved, listen closely, for the heavens are still speaking. You have felt a stirring in your spirit, a gentle pull that tells you something is about to change. That feeling is not random. It is a sign. It is the whisper of destiny calling your name. It is the confirmation that you are standing at the doorway of a great shift. Heaven has waited for this moment, and now the doors are being opened wide for you. Do not ignore the call, for the call is sacred. You were created for this very hour, and nothing can stand in the way of what is being released into your life now. You have endured long nights, beloved, nights where your mind was heavy, where your heart asked questions with no answers, or you longed for relief. But I tell you, not a single night was wasted. In those hidden hours, strength was being built in you. You did not see it, but heaven was shaping your endurance, expanding your capacity, preparing you for greater things. What you thought were wasted years were actually years of foundation. And now that foundation will hold the weight of the blessings about to fall upon you. Beloved, miracles do not always arrive in the way you expect. Sometimes they arrive quietly through ordinary doors. Sometimes they arrive suddenly like thunder breaking a silent sky. And soon you will see both. Quiet miracles will begin to surround your daily life, gentle proofs that God is near. And alongside them, loud miracles will come, breakthroughs so sudden and undeniable, so that you will cry with joy. Do not limit how heaven can move. Stay open, stay expected, stay ready, because miracles are closer than you think. My child, I must remind you again, do not measure your worth by what has been lost. You have mourned relationships that ended, opportunities that vanished, dreams that seemed to crumble. Yet none of these losses diminished your value. In fact, they only prepared the way for greater gain. The people who left were not meant to walk with you into this new chapter. The opportunities that closed were never yours. They were protection in disguise. The dreams that seemed broken are not dead. They are waiting to be reborn in greater form. And you will see with your own eyes how heaven can turn ashes into beauty, sorrow into laughter, and endings into divine beginnings. Beloved, stay near to these words. Do not drift away. For this is not just a single message. It is an ongoing flow. Like a river, it continues to move, and you must keep drinking. Each time you return, heaven will reveal more. Each time you open your heart, new truths will arrive. This is your divine subscription, an endless connection between your spirit and the voice of light. And if you remain faithful to listen, you will never be without guidance, never be without confirmation, never be without hope. And I must tell you this, the enemy is already trembling. The shift in your life cannot be stopped, but it can be resisted. That is why distractions will rise. Doubts will whisper, and fear will try to return. But stand firm. Stand strong. Remember these words when the doubts come. Remember that heaven has already spoken in your favor. Remember that angels are around you even when you cannot see them. Remember that no power on earth or in darkness can cancel what has already been in heaven. So lift your head, my child. Do not hide your light anymore. Do not shrink in shame or fear. You are not created to stay small. You were created to shine. You are not born to remain hidden. You were born to be seen, and soon your light will break through every shadow. People will see it. Doors will open because of it. Lives will be touched by it, for your blessing is not only for you, it is also for those around you. Your breakthrough will inspire others. Your testimony will strengthen others, and your joy will overflow into the lives of many. My beloved, rejoice now, even before the miracle arrives, for heaven calls it done. In the unseen realm, the blessing is already finished. In the visible realm, it is on its way. Soon the two will meet, and you will stand in awe of how faithful God has been. And in that moment, you will say with tears of joy in your eyes, "Truly, this was a miracle."